Dear citizens of Europe, English-speaking citizens, I am an MP of the Spanish constituency. I feel 1 year before the elections, I feel my duty to warn you and to explain you what's happening in the north of Spain, because you have suffered, we have all suffered, a long campaign of decades of intoxication, of manipulation. But now that this situation has blown up and go further than Spain, I think my duty is to let you know the reality just before you choose the way you will vote and the kind of groups you will select. Of course, this message is not for people that don't believe in Europe, in a more integrated Europe, in a more united and more strong Europe. Okay, they have the right to do so, but I am on the contrary. And I work here, I think, by ethic, to a better Europe. That's what I am MP. I have to tell you, what's at stake now for Europe in the north of Spain is not a problem of territory, is not a problem of legal affairs, it's not a problem of political elections and party difficulties. It's a problem of values, it's a problem of democracies. In Spain now we are, and that is in the papers, we are observing a rising up of racism, xenophobia, supremacism, creation of elected people from nowhere, because an elected race, an elected people selected by God, we don't know why. In fact, we are assisting to the revival of the worst value that makes Europe go to the docks in 1 century ago. And that is trying to be the first example of what could be the destruction, not of Europe as itself, no, the destruction of the democratic convivence in Europe. I have to warn you, because you have been told the contrary due to the complicity of the Spanish governments, not only due to the racists we have there that now have declared themselves as they are, due to the last 20 years, but now that goes to Europe, that they are making a sort of international xenophobic separatists with the Flemish, with the Silesian, with etc., etc. I have to warn you, this is not a problem now of Spanish Catalonia. It's becoming a problem for Europe, because it's going to be a problem for European values, European democracy, European, let's say, republican values that sustain our model of life, our model of life. Thank you, excuse my poor English, but I thought it was my duty as a European MP that works for Europe as a whole to warn you about that. Maybe I'll come back in 6 months.